Welcome to CERAWeek. My name is Carlos Pascual, Senior Vice President at IHS Markit for Global Energy and International Affairs. It's our pleasure today to have this discussion with Suhail Mazrouei, the Minister for Energy of the United Arab Emirates. Minister, welcome. It's a great pleasure to have you once again here at CERAWeek.
Thank you. Thank you, Carlos.
Minister, you've been a champion of the idea of diversification. In the UAE, it's been 50 at 50. What does that mean, and why is it so important?
Well, first of all, it's great to be back at CERAWeek, and for us in the United Arab Emirates, we are a small country, and we want to preserve the environment for the next generations. So the leadership of the United Arab Emirates decided that we need to go green as much as possible, even though if we are a producer of oil and gas, when it comes to our energy sources, we need to diversify towards something that is sustainable. We looked and we found that the sun and the solar energy is one of those growing energies that has huge potential. So we ventured into it, we established a company, we started investing in it, and we did great by reducing the cost of solar energy to where it is today. I think we broke the record 4 or 5 years consequently, and today it's the lowest form of energy in terms of cost. The challenge today is to extend it to become a reliable or instead of 20% available, increase the availability through the development of batteries or the development of some sort of storage.
So hydrocarbon resources are really driving the investment that's allowing the diversification. And now the next step is, as you make those investments, as you bring in partners, how to be able to improve the quality of the diversification and venture into new areas?
Yes, exactly. And the country have developed on the basis of the oil and gas. Today, if you look at our economy, we have a very healthy economy where oil and gas is around 25% or 30% at max of the total UAE GDP, and that has been done through diversification of our economy. But also when it comes to energy, we became a net gas importer, and we don't want that to stay in the future. As you know, we will grow in the requirements of gas. Mm-hmm. So we elect to go for a balanced portfolio where we can sustain our own gas in the future, but at the same time complement that with some renewable sources. So 50% of our sources is going to be green with zero emissions, and we're targeting to reduce total CO2 emission by 70%, 70, by 2050. So that's a very high.
Wow, phenomenal transition. Last year you were the president of OPEC on its rotating presidency, and here at CERAWeek, one of the things that you initiated was a briefing for OPEC ministers on sustainability. You continued it this year. How has that been received in OPEC?
It's very well received by all the members. Every member country have showed interest in the strategy that we have developed, going for 50%. As you know, most of the countries they are in a geographical location where sun is available. Some of them wind. We're very excited to that a wind project in Saudi Arabia, inland wind, went for almost 2 cents per kilowatt hour, and that's phenomenal when compared to gas or compared to any other source of energy. So I think UAE, Saudi Arabia have been leading this transformation, and the others are keen to follow as well.
Bringing innovation and new technology into this world, and interestingly, you're innovators in technology, both in the hydrocarbons world and the world of renewable energy. How do you manage that?
Well, first of all, we started a partnership with most of the IOCs when we started investing in our oil sector 40 years ago. And that partnership have led us to tap into most of the technology that are used. We also have opened the door for most of the service companies to have their centers of excellence in UAE. Part of the responsibility that I have as well is the industry. So now we are venturing into developing a strategy for industry, which is going to be based on innovation, based on the fourth industrial revolution. The blockchain is one of the areas that we are keen on. Artificial intelligence is an area of interest for us in UAE, to the extent that we have a minister. I think we are the only country in the world having a minister for artificial intelligence. We're trying to regulate the next technologies that are coming. So it's really vibrant and exciting, the time that we are passing through in the UAE in these days.
So many partners innovating is a lot better than one country trying to innovate on its own.
Of course, you cannot do it alone.
And I think you must be the only energy ministry in the entire world that has happiness as one of its objectives of its energy strategy. Explain.
Well, at the end of the day, if we are providing a city with electricity, you want the people to be happy. And if you provide a city with electricity depending on coal, for example, I can assure you the future generations will not be happy.
Yeah.
They will be probably cursing us. So we wanted to develop our cities to be modern, to be alive, and to integrate them into cities that people want to live in happily. So happiness account for 25% in our weight of every energy source that we adopt. So if it's for example cheap but not clean, then it's not going to be scoring high in our agenda.
Minister, a fascinating story of transformation and transition. The energy transition is not just a theoretical concept, but indeed what Minister Suhail Mohamed of the United Arab Emirates has showed us is that it's a real set of actions that needs to take place today, but also planned for future generations. Minister, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Have a great CERAWeek.
Thank you.